Navy officials in Indonesia say they have found items from the submarine that went missing last Wednesday, crushing hopes of the crew's survival. The submarine disappeared in this area off the island of Bali during training exercises and was classified as missing, but Indonesia's Navy now says it is officially declaring it a sunken vessel. The sub's oxygen supply is believed to have run out early Saturday. Several countries sent warships and aircraft to help with the search. Rescue crews believe they have located the submarine deep underwater. At a press conference, the Navy's chief of staff said current information points to an accident.
These objects would never have come out of the submarine unless there was external pressure and some sort of damage to its torpedo launcher. As a representative of the Navy following these revelations, I would like to express our concern about this unexpected incident.
Silent witnesses of the KRI Nanggala's final dive. Pipe fragments, a grease bottle, even a prayer mat. Items fished out of the water that have led the Indonesian Navy to conclude its submarine is lost. With authentic evidence believed to be from the KRI Nanggala, at the moment we have raised the status from sub-missing to sub-sunk. The vessel had been missing since Wednesday. Navy ships have fanned out to search the area. Neighboring countries and the US sent help, including this specialized US reconnaissance aircraft. But it was always a race against time. The submarine's air supply would have run out on Saturday. But the Navy believes the 53 sailors on board met their fate even earlier. The indications are that the vessel sank to depths beyond its limits, water pressure eventually crushing its hull. It remains unclear why the crew lost control over the 40-year-old German-built sub, but with much of Indonesia's fleet obsolete, the loss of the KRI Nanggala was an accident waiting to happen.
For more on this, I'm now joined by Siswanto Rusti, director of the National Maritime Institute in Indonesia. Welcome to DW, Mr. Rusti. Do we now have a clearer idea as to why the vessel sunk?
The Navy chief says that it is a blackout. So everything is gone, including the battery. So I think the moment the vessel sinking, already no people alive inside the vessel, the sub. So the blackout is the case, the cause of the sinking submarine.
Yeah, what I'm hearing you say is that there's a blackout or some sort of electrical issue, power issue on the vessel. What do we know about the fate of the 53 crew on board?
Although Navy chief does not indecisively say that all already dead, but I am very sure that this crew member no longer existing. And actually, the situation can be confirmed earlier, but our Navy chief, our armed force commander, trying to buying the times until now.
Yeah. So the belief right now that all of them have deceased. The submarine was made in the 1970s, from what we see. Why are such old submarines still in use, and are they serviced regularly?
That's our big question to here. Why the aging vessels still operated by the Navy, and we have concern over the maintenance of the subs, and we also have another vessel of the same type now currently out of operation. So it is our big question here in Jakarta: why Navy still operate the subs?
So that is a big question.
Yes, our chief of navy need to explain this to the public here in Jakarta why they still operate the aging.
Understood. That is Siswanto Rusti, director of the National Maritime Institute in Indonesia. Many thanks.
Let me bring you some breaking news reaching us at Sky Centre about this missing Indonesian submarine. It disappeared, didn't it? It was last heard of on Wednesday. Well, I can tell you that it has now been found, apparently broken into at least 3 parts deep in the Bali Sea. That, according to Army and Navy officials. The President has sent his condolences to relatives of the crew. We know that 53 crew members had been on board. Now, there have been evidence of debris. This time yesterday, we were telling you, had been found. But rescuers, we are told now, have found new objects, including a life vest. They belong to those on board this vessel, which lost contact on Wednesday as it prepared to conduct a torpedo drill. One naval military chief telling reporters in the past few minutes that based on the evidence, it can be stated that the KRI Nanggala has sunk and all of its crew, those 53 people on board, have died. The naval chief of staff, somebody else actually has said the crew were not to blame for what is being described as an accident. So just confirmation then, this missing Indonesian submarine, which was last heard of on Wednesday and clearly had run out of oxygen, has now been found broken into at least 3 parts deep, we're told, in the Sea off Bali. And the President of Indonesia has sent his condolences to relatives of the 53 crew.